Okay, let's go down here. Here we go. This week in sports, we have a very special guest from the north side, and he says, let's go then, because he gets this pass. I'm joined by Taison Gelinas.
Thank you.
Is it the J or is it the J?
It's a hard G. It's Ja.
J.
Yeah. It's like you're an Oilers fan. Like Martin Gelina.
No, Gelinas was a soft
was he?
G, yeah.
Okay, well we do the
You
hard G.
you want
but
the
like,
hard?
but-
You
but
want
he,
the hard?
He
Oh,
was. He
I'll
was
give you a
a
hard G. I'll give you a hard G right now.
He is related to me.
So we're with Taison Gelinas.
Gelina.
Yes.
There you go.
No, but this is
I'm
my
happy to be
homeboy from the Riverhawks. That's why you're rocking the beautiful, beautiful hoodie.
And you got the inaugural Edmonton Riverhawks
oh my
season
God. We got to hang this
from the
thing up.
Christmas party.
Yes.
Lucky you, man.
Amazing time. We're
Love
going to get
it.
into that.
Very excited about that.
We'll
That's
get into, obviously who you are and how coincidentally we met at the Tomahawks season opener after we worked together with the Riverhawks.
right.
We're all about the Hawks here and obviously Oilers and TWIS and all that.
Which is
But-
funny because I think neither of us have ever seen a hawk probably in Edmonton, Alberta. Hey,
No,
maybe
dude,
at the zoo.
I got one in the
in
freezer.
the freezer.
Yeah, I'm a fucking Indian, man. Yeah.
Producer Caleb's, you know.
Yeah, No, I got 3 in the freezer, man. We're Indians, man. We got moose up in there too. But first and foremost, it was good seeing you yesterday at the Riverhawks Christmas party. I still can't believe the fact that they put ice on the Remax Field.
That was great, hey.
That was amazing.
How did you feel? Jacko here got the pleasure of skating with 5-time NHL Stanley Cup champion Randy Gregg, a man who, by the way, who played every year that the Oilers.
Real talk, Caleb.
The Oilers have 5
Cups.
cups, and he has 5 rings. He has 5 rings with the Oilers. He's got
Caleb, get
one
this.
more than Wayne Gretzky.
Yes. Get this, Caleb.
Are you?
Yeah. So this is before, usually this week in sports history, TWIS, the segment comes at the end, but this is coming at the beginning. I shared the ice with Randy Gregg, 5-time Stanley Cup champion. They put ice on Remax Field for the first time ever. I talked to people around the facility that have been there since the Trappers. They never once put ice on there.
Yeah, it's basically
It's the first time.
home plate to just past third base.
Yes,
They've
yeah.
got ice. But maybe I would say maybe 120, 130 feet.
Yeah,
of
it's almost like a full rink size.
Yeah.
And so I'm skating out there and whatnot. This is before Taison showed up, right? And I'm
I like to
skating
show
out
up
there.
fashionably late.
Of course,
That's my MO.
as any gangster does. And so I'm skating around, and then all of a sudden I see Randy lacing them up. Randy Gregg lacing up the skates.
Wait, how big was this rink?
It was almost like the regular size rink of a
Yeah, maybe like home plate to third
second base, yeah.
Or to second base, yeah.
Yeah.
The same shape?
none of the
Like a
no.
square, like ice rinks happen to be, yeah. Or a rectangle, yeah.
It's the shape of actual ice, not the shape of the diamond.
They didn't make it in the shape of a hawk with wings on it, you know?
Anyways, so
You should have seen this guy though. My favorite part was watching him because he's talking to me, he's greeting me, "Hey man, how's it going?" And he sees behind me, he's looking past me, and he goes, "Yeah, I can see him." He sees Randy Gregg lacing up, and he looked like one of those anime characters. He had like starry eyes. He would have been like a single tear comes out of his eye. I'm about to skate with
Randy
Randy
Gregg.
Gregg.
Are you kidding me? And then all of a sudden, Greg comes on the ice, just gracefully, like he does. Yeah, but he starts telling us drills that he used to do with Yeri Curry and Wayne Gretzky. Yes,
dropping names.
yes,
like it's
yes.
nothing,
He's
eh?
like, Yeri Curry. This is how we used to do the passing drills. We used to do saucer passes to each other. Curry and Wayne, he said.
Curry and Wade, just Wayne.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Old WG, huh?
So
Wayner.
I'm such a loser that this. I'm not even. No. This was one of the highlights of my whole life. I took a big saucer pass from Randy Gregg, 5-time Stanley Cup champion, right onto the stick.
In your head, were you thinking that it's like this is Rexall Place, or I don't know what it was called back then, but it was Rexall
Northlands
Place, and this is
Coliseum.
Northlands Coliseum, and this is
Yeah.
overtime.
It was. It was in my mind, and that's why
against the Bruins.
no one has to know. But
1987,
no one has to know. But
1984.
the first pass I took
Oh, you can.
no one has to know that.
You can take that to the grave.
Yeah, so maybe cut that one out. No, I don't give a fuck. I'm just being honest, and this is my shit, and I'm always honest on this thing. But I will never, ever forget playing hockey on Remax Field with Randy Gregg.
Right.
Who would have thought? Who would have fucking thought? And then,
You know what? You know who would have thought? I would have thought, because we spent the entire summer working with Randy Gregg.
yeah, but you never would have. No one told me that they're gonna put ice on the fucking field.
Oh, dude, that was like a day one plan. So the GM of the Riverhawks is a guy named Steve.
Steve
Hoggle.
Hogle. Shout out to Steve. I love Steve.
He's a fantastic guy. He's
Yeah.
a fantastic GM, and I remember huge plans from the beginning. I guess we should probably talk about what we do with the Riverhawks, because it's kind of making it sound like maybe we play on the team. Which you can absolutely tell by my physique that I do not play professional sports.
What? Bro, you look like a quarterback.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Little aside, I did play one season of football in Edmonton. Do you want to guess my position?
Water boy.
No. Try just one real guess. One real guess.
Center?
Nope. I was a wide receiver.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was.
No, you weren't.
I was.
No, you fucking weren't.
I was.
No, you fucking weren't.
I didn't catch any balls, but I was a wide receiver. No. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
The fans in the stands like it.
I played well, I think we had like a 12-game season, and I think I played 7, and then I got a concussion from my own teammate. I got a concussion.
Really?
Yeah,
You would.
This dude, it was 6'2". This is in high school. Like, this guy hit a growth spurt at 9.
Where'd you go to high school?
Archbishop O'Leary. I didn't play high school ball though.
That's AOB, right?
No. Archbishop O'Leary.
What's AOB? Austin O'Brien.
Austin O'Brien. That's
Yeah.
where my brother went.
Yeah.
No, dude. O'Leary's like 7 blocks from here.
Oh, you're north side to the core.
I am north side of the core. I got a buddy who's got a tattoo on his chest, North. That pretty much says it all.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've lived on the north side since day one.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, since we're getting into you, because now it's your podcast, since you took it over. What brought you and got you into the video production, which you are in now?
Well, I actually I started. Well, I mean, if you want to go back to ancient history,
Bring it back. Let's go ancient history, man.
2004, I started acting. I was a child actor, believe it or not. I
You?
really was.
You ugly fuck of an actor.
I did a couple of movies, and I did a couple of commercials.
For real?
I was on the Family Channel. I did a commercial for the Family Channel.
What a beaut.
It was a Popcorn Picks commercial.
I love popcorn pigs.
Caleb's freaking out.
Dude, you're a movie star.
And I did a movie in Calgary with you ready for the name drop?
Let's hear it.
Mario Lopez.
No, I know that movie.
You have one job, Caleb. Fuck.
Mario Lopez and the girl who played Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Melissa Joan Hart. There it is.
What was that?
It was fantastic. I remember. So I got the part, and they they sent a limo to my house to pick me up to drive me.
How
to the
old were you?
airport. I was. This would have been 2007, so I was like 13, 12, 13. So they sent a limo.
You were not that awkward little kid.
I was not awkward. I was a fucking star.
This guy's a
dude.
gangster.
Right? I didn't get the part from being.
This is Don Corleone at a Family Channel.
I get in the limo. It was awesome. We fly to Calgary. We get picked up in a limo. I get in the limo. The girl next to me is the girl who plays Lucy in Corner Gas. And I remember this is my first big Hollywood moment. Is I say, "Oh my God, like I know who you are. I'm so thrilled. I want to nice to meet you." And she looks at me, and she looks at my mom, and she looks at me, and she goes, Yeah. All right. She puts her headphones in.
That-
I got snubbed.
that's his first crush, our producer
I got
Caleb Jacko.
snubbed. I got snubbed.
She's so fine, bro. She's
Yeah.
so fine.
So no, yeah, I acted for like quite a few years. I acted for 10 years.
Okay.
2004 to 2014.
But let's bring it back for a second. How did you actually get into it though? Like, what was the motivation? What was that first thing that made you, or not even you? I guess it was your parents.
Man, it's
Why,
tough. to-
why,
it's
why
tough
did
to
your
say.
parents want to get you into it?
I had
Do
so
you
many
know?
I had so many early inspirations for wanting to get into filmmaking, and it's hard to remember. You're so young, right? But the one that always comes back to me, and I know Caleb's gonna be excited to hear this, but the thing that I always come back to is a show on the internet called Red versus Blue.
Oh my god.
And I know it's,
Yeah,
you
you're
can
making
hear
him
me.
squirt.
I know, and he's so excited. It wasn't. It's funny because there's actually no acting in it. It's just voice acting. But
Yeah.
I just remember the idea of it being.
It's
It was it was friends making content together that they thought was funny, and as long as they thought it was funny, they knew that if they put it on the internet, there would be enough people out there to find an audience, and that it would grow and it would begin to find some.
So
ground,
how did
right?
this incorporate you?
So that turned me into I just wanted to start creating stuff. I just wanted to start doing things, and then I started watching movies. Oh, look, these people are on screen. This is how they get into it. This is how they this is what they're doing. They're just acting. Um, so I told my parents. I said I want to be an actor. And they said, "All right, let's get him into some acting
So
classes."
that's how you first got into it.
Yeah,
And you had supportive parents
absolutely.
to get you into
Yes.
acting.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That's incredible, man.
yeah. And then I got an agent by the time. So I started in 2004,
Oh my
and I got an
god.
agent by 2006.
This
I
is
got
the
my
whitest
first-
guest we've had on this podcast. This guy's got an agent.
I started in 2004. Got an agent by 2006. I got
How old were you then? 2006?
12.
12.
Yeah, 11 technically, because I'm like.
You probably had a
I'm
beard
late
then
guy.
too, eh?
Oh yeah, dude, I was full.
Yeah. Fucking right.
No, I had a double chin, is what I had, and that's why I got all like the fat kid roles, and it was
Yeah.
awesome. That's why if you watch my Family Channel commercial, which is still on YouTube, thanks
You were
to
the
my
fatty?
mom, dude, my last line in that whole thing, I was the star of the commercial. My last line is, "Where's that cake?"
I feel like I know who you are.
Oh shit! Am I gonna have to sign autographs after this?
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
Hang it up in
Oh
my
my
house.
god.
I know this is supposed to be a show about sports, but actually,
I don't- who cares
I
how fucking
did
whatever the fuck
actually
we wanna
get
talk about.
asked to sign an autograph. The most recent one was like 2015. I was getting my hair cut, and a guy goes, "I think I know who you are. You're that kid from O'Larry who was on TV, right?" I go, "What?"
No way.
Buddy, it's been like 11 years since I was on TV. What are you asking me? He's
Did you ever intro Life with Derek?
well, I was on Family Channel, so maybe at some point, yeah. Are you a big Life with Derek fan? You a big
Bro, TikTok is so obsessed with Life with Derek. And I want
You-
the clout.
You know what it was? It was the best moment was so I auditioned for this movie that you guys will probably know of. It was called Good Luck Chuck.
Yeah.
With Dane Cook.
Yeah.
And Jessica Alba. So I auditioned for it, and
Yeah, right.
so
It's
I,
on
I,
theaters.
I had to send in a clip, right? I had to send in a clip to the guys in LA. Like I had to film it at my agent's house and
Yeah.
then send it into LA. And then
Yeah.
so they got back to me and
Wow.
they said, "Hey, we loved this is the height of my
Your stardom.
my stardom, right? I'll tell the story a million years because I love it because they got back to me and they said, "Hey, we loved your audition. We were gonna go with you, but we're gonna go with somebody from LA." And that guy is actually like he's actually a real actor now.
Yeah, yeah.
I forget his name, but what's his face? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But
Zac Efron.
yeah, I knew that was and that kid was Jonah Hill. No, and so then I'm at the movie theater. I'm watching Good Luck Chuck, and my Family Channel commercial comes on the screen. I guess they had bought it out. Disney had bought it out, or sorry, Cineplex had bought it out from Disney to play it before movies. So I'm in the movie theater with my family, and my buddy, my brother's best friend, gets up and goes, "That's him!" And all the people in the theater are like, "Shut the hell up, dude! We're trying to watch a movie."
Dude, oh my god.
I know, eh?
You made me laugh so much I got phlegm in my throat.
But just to kind of to broadside this and get into I did film. I got tired of it, and then eventually, a guy that you and I know, his name's Aaron.
When did you
Uh,
meet Aaron? Because that's one of our boys.
Aaron was when you go to Nate, your first semester, they give you a third semester guide. And that person becomes your they call it like your third semester, like your mentor. Aaron was mine, and I was like, oh, this dude who just parties and
Oh.
drinks all the time is my mentor. Oh, great, I love him. Let's let's do this. Let's kill it.
Aaron's the shit.
Aaron is the shit.
We'll get him on the podcast here one of these days.
One of these days, right?
Yeah.
And then I went to RDC, Red Deer College. Met a guy named Scott, who's my boy. He's the absolute best. One of the greatest cameramen I've ever seen, and one of the greatest production guys I've ever seen. And he called me up one day during COVID, and he's like, "Hey, we need camera operators for the U of A Golden Bears, the University of Alberta." And he's like, "Do you want the job?" I said, "Absolutely, I need work." And dude,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, first game, I realized shooting sports is exactly what I needed because I told you, you work 14 to 18-hour days on a film, you get no creative satisfaction.
You just shoot
you
what
work
they tell you
one-
to shoot.
Exactly. You work one game at a hockey game, and you shoot replay. You get immediate satisfaction.
And you
you
also
work
have
on a
the
production crew.
creativity that you want. You can do. You
Exactly.
can shoot the way you want.
Yeah.
Shoot where you want.
Exactly. I loved it immediately, and
So-
I don't know
so-
if I'll go back.
So I have to ask you, considering the way we met, we're on the Riverhawks
Yeah.
at Remax Field. How did you get into the Riverhawks organization? Was it through Aaron?
It was through Aaron.
Yeah.
So Scott gets me the job at the U of A, and then Aaron calls me, or sorry, Scott gets me the job at the U of A, and then I meet Aaron again. I haven't seen him in years.
Oh, years at this
Years,
point, really?
Years. I hadn't because I left. I went to Red Deer.
Wow.
I moved
So how long were you in Red Deer for?
like a year and a half, kind of like a year of school, and then like a half year of going back and forth, kind of thing. And then I never saw anybody from Nate, except for friends and stuff. But I meet Aaron again. We do a season of the U of A, and then texting during your podcast.
You want to know why? You want to know why? I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now why. I'll tell you right now.
All right.
This will change
Hit me.
everything up.
Oh my god.
Caleb knows. What's the rule of life? I say.
Bitches.
Fuck you,
I
dude.
was waiting for it. Yeah, like
You
more
know,
money,
you know,
more
you know,
problems.
You know the saying.
Bitches smell other bitches.
Yes. Pussy smells other pussy.
What is? I thought this show was about sports.
It's about whatever the fuck I want it to be.
It's called This Week in Sports, not This Week in Jacko's Life.
I don't stand
Yeah.
behind this.
Why are you guys getting up with me on my own show?
Oh my god, the volume.
Oh my god.
that's
Do you,
funny.
do you want me to break it down for you?
No,
I'll break it down for you right now.
I'm just
Don't
kidding. I'm
break it
just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you.
I'm gonna break it down.
No,
Okay.
don't bring it down.
This is my fucking show. I'll do what I want. Okay, so how many times in your life? Shut your mouth. You're not even part of this. How many times in your life where you're like pursuing a chick, you're looking at a chick, you want to hang out with the chick, you want to take her out, you want to date her or whatever, right? Right? And
I feel
she's
like I should
she's like,
settle in for this.
yeah, no, but and she's like denying you, she's not giving you the time of day, right? And then this other chick that we're kind of on the side, she starts hollering at you, and as soon as she starts hollering at you, the chick that you're pursuing hollers at you.
I feel like the two would need to know each other.
No,
Oh, it's like
No.
you're claiming like some like some ESPN like some like
Yeah.
some ESP shit like
well, how many?
they can sense it.
They can sense it.
Yeah, like
know what?
dinosaurs. They their vision is based on movement.
As much as I think my brother's right on this point,
This is not the.
it's fucked up.
I gotta say it. This is Johnny Drama's saying. It's not my saying. Johnny Drama from Entourage. This is his saying, and I think it rings true. Pussy smells other pussy.
I met him.
Johnny Drama?
I met Kevin Dillon.
No way!
Yeah.
When? Tell this story.
So I love Entourage. I've seen
Entourage is my favorite
I've
show.
seen Entourage like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, me too.
We're gonna cut that
yes.
because that's not something that a man should admit, right? That you watch like the male version of Sex in the City.
Don't cut that. That's my shit.
It's a red flag.
No, so
I want that shit too.
I get a text one night. I swear to God, this is how it happened. I get a text from the bar downtown Edmonton called Knoxville's.
That's not there anymore. But
It's not there anymore.
Yeah.
But they texted me.
No, I don't.
I love
No, that's where one of your
Should we
rapists were
get
at, though.
Caleb a mic? I swear to
We only
God,
have 2,
man.
dude.
We have 2 mics. I'm sitting here trying to fucking make my fucking voice known. I can hear myself for fun.
God, man. All right, so
Knoxville's.
I get a text from them and it says, "Hey, do you want to come to Knoxville's and meet Johnny Drama? We'll send you a limo and we'll send you 10 free drinks. You can bring as many friends as you want."
That sounds made up. Who the
It's
fuck are you
not
talking
made
about?
up. I literally got
They're
a
gonna
random
send you a
text.
limo? Who the fuck are
They
you?
picked me up in a limo,
Who are you to get a limo?
right? They saw my Family
Who's
Channel
they?
commercial. they the Knoxville's guys.
How do you know them?
I don't. I don't.
How do you
That's
get
why
a limo?
It was the craziest
How
experience.
do you get a
of my life.
limo?
Josh, you sound like Kanye when you're like,
It-
who's they?
It was
You're gonna put
insane.
Kanye on this?
It
Come
was
on.
insane. It was insane. And then so I took 5 of my buddies and we opted in and we went and it was amazing.
Okay, so back on track
Let's
here.
let's get to some sports
Let's get
on
to some
this
sports
week
here.
in sports.
Well, I just wanted to get to how you got introduced to the Riverhawks. So Aaron got you in on that.
Yeah. So the guy who ended up producing a lot of the so what we were doing for the Riverhawks is we were doing mid-inning entertainment, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Hosting stuff.
And it was amazing. Everything we did was incredible.
Fantastic. You
Yeah.
were doing music and you killed
Yeah.
it.
Thank you.
You were unreal.
Thank you.
And so he calls me up one day. He goes, "Hey, I need a camera guy." So
Who called you up?
Aaron.
Aaron.
Aaron calls me. I answer because I know when Aaron calls me, my bank account's gonna enjoy it. So I answered, and it was the greatest call I ever answered. Because God, I think you above a lot of people can attest to this. Greatest summer ever, right? Such a great summer,
It's in the top 3 of my summers of my life.
man. The Riverhawks, and I'm not speaking. Maybe it's a little bit biased, but I genuinely think that the environment that we create at those games parallels any MLB team.
First of all, there's no bias there. That's a fact.
That is a fact.
That's
yeah.
a fact.
Yeah.
The environment we create
Mhm.
could be paralleled with MLB teams. It's just a smaller stadium.
And that's not by accident. We did that on purpose.
Yeah,
That's what we were going for.
I know.
And I think we accomplished it. And I think everyone that went to those games can attest to that because we got so many compliments, man. We got so many compliments. It was amazing.
Almost every time I left the ballpark last summer, I think I spoke about this on the podcast already. I'm sure I did, but every time I left, and I would walk by groups of people, and they were talking about the game or about the experience. They were never talking about the actual game or the score or what happened in the game. They were talking about the experience,
Right. Yeah.
What happened in between
Yeah.
innings, the music.
Yeah.
It felt so
They were
good.
talking about the experience. They were talking about the hosting, the T-shirts. They were
Yes.
talking about the videos, or they were talking about the beer bats.
Yes, and
it was very much about the atmosphere that we created.
And it felt so fucking good, man. And you're a big part of that, Taison. And that's why I'm so glad to have you here this evening because, man, you're a production genius and you know what the fuck you're doing. And it
I
helps.
wouldn't say genius, and I wouldn't even say I'm intermediate.
Yeah, this guy's an idiot, but he does.
We've got 2 umbrella lights set up here, a couple of different camera angles. Maybe now here's a good time to cut to that one.
The
There it is.
setups, the setups that we have,
There
man.
it is.
But you're obviously a football fan.
With an asterisk because I took a couple years off. Yeah, I shoot football. I mean, here's the thing about this episode. I thought, it's interesting that I'm gonna come on a sports podcast because I shoot sports. Let me tell you a funny story about me shooting football this year.
Please.
I watch NFL sometimes, but I'm shooting CFL rules football this year, and so many times I'm shooting down my lens, and I forgot that CFL rules is 3 downs.
Yeah.
So I'm shooting the other team, and you'd hear over the comms, "Hey Tyson, it's 3 downs. It's the other team. It's the other team has possession now." You're just like, oh, sorry, whoops. And you're like, "Oh, man, do they switch sides every quarter? What the fuck?" Like, I forgot so many times. So you say I'm a football fan, but
You gotta run the other side of the field.
yeah,
This
yeah,
guy
every
ran
time.
all over the place at Riverhawks.
I know. I was so shocked to see how much you ran. I'm like,
This guy can move that quick.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, my cardio game would be insane.
Dude,
I was sweating harder than
Yeah,
the
hold
players, man.
Look at that beard. That beard at least fucking weighs 345 pounds.
At least,
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
minimum.
Minimum, yeah.
That cardio game.
Are you you're not a Jays fan, are you? You're a Yankees fan, aren't you?
No, I'm a Jays fan.
You're a Jays fan?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's making me moist.
Any Canadian team, I'll be a fan of.
Make me
When it comes, I'm an Oilers fan as well. But like, if it comes down to it in the Stanley Cup champions, if it comes down to it in the Stanley Cup champions, I'll cheer for Calgary if they're the only Canadian team left.
Oh,
I don't care, dude. I would rather a Canadian team win than like Tampa.
No.
Where's the boo? You got a boo button on that? Yeah.
I would rather a Canadian team win. I'd rather the Canucks win or the Canadians win or the Maple Leafs win over any American team.
The Maple Leafs?
I don't care. Canadian.
Oh my god, I think
Oh, bro.
Canadian. What was that? No. I'm happy. with it.
Give
I
him
want-
the slap. Yeah, give him the slap.
Give me that Will Smith.
Tyson?
Yeah, no, listen, hold
Give me
on,
that
listen,
Will Smith slap. Is that the Mario death?
Tyson. You said
Jacko.
some things that can never be taken back.
Vancouver, yes.
All right.
Vancouver, yes.
and you
So you just pick and choose, huh? You just align things the way you want them, huh?
Ontario. Not Ontario.
hold on. Let
You
me
just say
stop you.
Ontario.
There's two teams. There's two teams that you
How
don't,
many
that
Canadian
you don't
teams do we
hype up
have?
here on This Week in Sports. There's two teams. The Calgary Flames.
Sorry, Ottawa. Yes. Vancouver, yes. Ottawa, yes. The Canadians, yes. All of them.
Shut up, Caleb.
We don't do Calgary.
We don't do the
and
Flames.
We don't do Toronto.
We don't.
Oh, my bad.
Ever.
As This Week in Sports, I didn't realize it was This
Ever.
Week in Sports and my own favorite teams.
This weekend.
It's my fucking show. I do whatever I want. I talk about what I want.
Freaking fascism.
Yeah. I do what I want. I say what I want, and that's what you get.
This week in Toronto and this week in fucking what's the one?
Calgary.
Calgary.
You don't
Fuck
gotta,
them.
you don't gotta
Either.
swear about it.
Holy fuck, you got me riled up here.
We'll do Canadian.
The
But-
Canadien. The Canadien.
That kind of tail with
Right.
my fucking beaver tail.
Yeah, hey.
Oh, fucking-
Hey, buddy. Did you not hear my name at the top of the show? Gelinas?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh.
Taison Gelinas?
Ugh.
Pouvez essayer en français? Appuyer sur le neuf?
Oh my god.
No, it's no French. That means push 9 for French instructions.
You guys can get laughs of this because based on what I'm about to say. You guys both do stand-up comedy, right?
Did.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. It's my show, record
Yeah.
or not. So Tyson, Caleb was wondering where you did stand-up before.
Like which clubs?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. All over Edmonton. All over Edmonton. The first place I ever did stand up was a place called Devaney's. It's not open anymore. Then it became the writer's room, and now I think it's literally a library. It's across the street from the Butterdome in Edmonton.
Oh.
Yeah.
Southside.
Yeah. So you walk into this place. It was a 2-story bar. You walk in. The first story was like a bunch of Irish people doing Irish people stuff, and then downstairs was like a comedy club,
Yeah.
essentially. And I think maybe they had some music shows, but
How did you do the first time?
I killed it the first time.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I actually did very well the first time. No, that's why. That's why I don't
I
do it anymore.
asked you this yesterday.
Yeah.
What was your first joke?
My first joke or my first joke that went over well. Because you asked me yesterday my first joke. You wanted me to tell you my favorite joke. and that was the first joke that went over well.
Tell us one of the first ones here. Yeah.
The first joke, just right here, just on the podcast.
Why not?
I'll tell you the concept of it because I don't remember.
Shut up, kid. Let's hear your show.
I don't remember the delivery of it, but I know that it was about superheroes, and I had this whole thing about about how Spider-Man. How it was. I said it was a good thing that Spider-Man was born in New York, because his whole thing is like shooting webs and swinging everywhere.
Yeah.
Would not work in Medicine Hat.
So stupid.
so stupid, but it was so silly that it worked, you know?
Nice.
And then I went into a whole thing about how Darth Vader's only weakness is like some naughty 20-year-old girl who actually enjoys being choked.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that last night. Yeah, that's a good joke. He's good.
Because I told Jacko this story yesterday. I did a show at a lounge in Edmonton called the Tail Lounge. Remember I was telling you that story yesterday? Yeah. This place literally got shot up last year. Or maybe this year. Like a mass shooting, like 2 people died. It was horrible.
Oh, maybe
horrible.
never mind.
It was a
Take away those
drive-by.
sound effects.
I think they accounted it to like a gang shooting. So I went there in 2018 for a show, and I walked in, and as soon as I walk in, it was like beads on the door, and I walk
That's a
in,
good one.
and the comic that's already on stage is not on a stage. He's you to me. He's right there. So I walk through the beads, and it's like, oh, what's up? There's a comic, and he's literally holding in his hand like a Mr. Mike, like a thing, might as well be doing comedy with a megaphone, and it was so bad. And then on the left, there's a bunch of people. Those are the comics, and there's like maybe 15, 16 comics, and then the audience, which is
like 3 people.
which is like I think it was like 7 people. And then the owners of the club, and the owners of the club are the most gangster-looking people I've ever seen in my entire life. So not my environment. I walked in and I said immediately, "I'm going to bomb." They are these lovely older women and these gangster-looking dudes are not going to appreciate my Darth Vader jokes or my Spider-Man jokes.
Dude, we're nerds. We barely appreciate that shit.
Right? Right? So you're like, oh yeah, I should have told that Spider-Man joke. No, because it did not go well every other time I told that.
All right, so after last night, we got we had that Christmas party or whatever, and then you had to go to the U of A.
I did, yeah.
And I heard some shit popped off there.
It's a crazy game.
Yeah.
Unreal game. It was a hometown game. It was Grant MacEwan versus the University of Alberta, which is where I work. And it was 11-2 final for 11 goals for the University of Alberta, 2 goals for Grant MacEwan. Now, I brought up some stats here. I want to shout out some guys because we got Matt Fontaine. I was just going to run through these names because this is 11 goals. Matt Fontaine.
Yes, 11 goals. That's
Joel
crazy.
Sexsmith, Ethan Sakowicz.
Is Joel is Joel Sexsmith the son of the global news broadcaster?
Very well might be. I don't know. That's a great question though.
Probably is.
There's a lot of guys on here that are like I don't, not veteran, but like come
John
from,
Sexsmith is his name. I think is his dad. Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
J&J. That makes sense.
It would make sense.
Yeah.
Who else scored some goals here?
We got Tyler Prezzuso with 2 goals, Dylan Plouffe, Justin Hall, and Josh Patterson. Nolan Volkin with 2 goals as well. So we got Kruger was in net, and he actually leads the Can West League in save percentage. So I think that's going to absolutely – it was 57 shots to like 23 or something.
Holy shit.
Dude, so 23 shots against, 2 goals against, 23 shots. I think it's absolutely going to keep him at the top of the Can West League with a save percentage of like 927. Dude is just absolutely lighting it up this year, Kruger.
So what's the schedule looking like going forward here?
They're done right now. They're done for the Christmas season. Yeah, so that was their last game. And, dude, 4 like line brawl fights. Yeah. So I've been working with them for 18 months. Never saw a fight. Never seen a fight. I know they've happened. I know they've happened, but just when I'm away. They've happened a couple of
Of
times.
course, that's how it always
And
happens
this was
when,
my
when
first.
you're gone.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? All the fun stuff.
Yeah.
But this one was for sure 4 line brawls. And that's expected with these hometown guys, right? I mean, hometown rivalries, right? It's
Yeah.
Graham McEwen's second year. They're coming into it. They are trying to prove themselves, because University of Alberta. If you ever been to Claire Drake Arena,
I have
it's just banners.
Yeah.
It's just banners. That's all it is.
championships.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's insane. Yeah. Championship after championship.
Championship after championship.
Yeah. They never
after
lose.
Championship.
They lost last year in nationals, but they did win the Can West League. But God, it's just nothing but banners. It's amazing.
But winners.
But winners. Yeah, it's crazy. Good for them.
So it must feel good to work for such a glorious organization. then.
You know what? It's fun because you know when you go into work, you're like, oh, they're probably gonna win.
Yeah.
Right.
And I can attest to that because the Tomahawks win a lot, and the Riverhawks had a good season too. They had a tremendous season.
They did. I wish they would have made the playoffs, but
We were one game away.
one game away. And we got shafted too because we lost so many pitchers right there at the end.
At the end,
Yeah.
we lost all our pitching.
The
staff.
problem with those summer leagues is that they got to go back to school, right?
Yeah, no, but every team had the same problem though.
That is true. That is
Yeah.
true. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you imagine what's going to happen next season for the Riverhawks though, man?
Hey, we got a little bit of we got some tidbits yesterday that they're planning big things. So
No, but not even just that though. Like the product on the field is going to be so much better.
yeah.
Right.
New
And-
coaching staff.
Yeah, and also the product out in the stands are going to be so much better because we all have experience doing it and presenting it
Mhm.
and doing a good job of it. We're just going to get better and better and better, and everyone else is. And I think next year for the Edmonton Riverhawks, it's going to be incredible, and I
Yeah.
cannot wait for it.
Same.
And the
I'm so
fact that
excited.
I'm invited back and they want me back is absolutely tremendous, and I cannot wait for that. In other baseball news on this week in sports here, I don't know if you've seen the Toronto Blue Jays signed the OG Don Mattingly as the bench coach.
No, I didn't see that. That's cool.
This guy's hardcore. This guy's an OG. This guy has old school philosophies. You know, he came from the era where beating your wife was bad.
Oh, now it's different.
Yeah.
No. Did they steal him from a certain team?
Yeah, I know. He's been around. I think it was with the Marlins, and the Jays were like, "Yo, we need one of these old G's in the room. Tell these kids what's good and show them the way to win and show them how to be as a professional and to do it over 162 games." And I think the fact that we signed Don Mattingly is a tremendous signing and a perfect fit for our bench coach because not only did he coach for the Yankees for many, many years, he also played for them and he played for many, many teams. This guy's a lifer in baseball, and I don't see any negativity coming from his signing unless one of the players beats his wife or something. Just kidding. Did you watch? Oh, you didn't watch the game yesterday though, eh?
5-3.
5-3.
Tried to keep up with it. It's hard to direct a hockey game and watch a hockey game at the
That's
same time.
fair. Yeah, that's one of the things when you get in this industry, having to juggle that.
Right.
Right. You miss some of the games you want to watch, but you're doing what you love
Mm-hmm.
watching that, right? And this past summer, I fully seen that firsthand for myself, right? Because the Oilers were in the playoffs, and we still had the Riverhawks games to do, right? And so you had to put the Oilers aside, which I never did before, and concentrate on your job.
Right.
And those are the sacrifices you have to make
Mm-hmm.
when you do what you love.
Hey, when you do what you love, you never work a day in your life, right?
Oh, that was clever. That was clever. You should write that one down, eh?
Yeah, I didn't come up with that. I think that was Shakespeare.
Was that Shakespeare? That was Shakespeare, right?
That was Shakespeare. Yeah.
Okay.
No. I like what do you see Nurse there? You got a I like that he got a penalty, right? Gets the penalty that puts the tie game, and then immediately gets the game winning goal. But then falls down on his celebration. I mean, come on.
I forgot about that. I forgot
Come
about that
on.
one. Yo, what about that guillotine that Buddy put on Hyman?
Yeah, what was with that? I didn't see that live, but what happened there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go off here, and then this is how we're gonna probably end it.
Okay.
That guy should be deserved. He deserves a suspension of like 20 games. This guy tried to knock fucking Hyman's head off, and I haven't seen anything from Sportsnet, from TSN. I haven't seen anything from either of these fucking places.
Who?
Nothing.
Which player?
I don't give a fuck. I forget his fucking name. That's probably why they don't broadcast it. He was a fourth line player that just got brought up or some shit. I lost my voice doing your voiceovers, and I'm gonna lose the rest of my voice talking shit about this motherfucker. Oh, so he tried to guillotine the dude.
Yeah.
You got a 5-minute major?
Yeah.
And normally, a 5-minute major comes with a review from the league for
Yeah.
a suspension.
And nothing. Yeah.
Show me something.
Fair.
If it happened to a Maple Leaf, that would have been reviewed. If it would have happened the other way around, us to a Hab, that would have been reviewed.
You think so, eh? You think there's
It's
like
a fucking fact.
You think there's a league bias against the Oilers?
Are you seriously asking me that question?
I am asking you that.
That should be
question, yeah.
rhetorical. Of course there is.
Yeah.
Of course there is.
I would see it. Absolutely. I mean, you watch those games.
Yeah, I'm gonna break my fucking mic. This guy just woke up.
Yeah, Jamie, pull that up.
Oh my god. Are you still sleeping?
Over here snoozing, huh?
I'm gonna break my fucking mic. So that there should be a suspension, but there won't be because no one
Well,
cares.
we should learn that player's name, and we should make a petition.
Yeah?
To suspend what's his face?
You are white, aren't you?
Number 35.
It's
What's
like,
his face?
let's make a petition.
Yeah, well, no, man, we'll march. All right,
Okay,
man.
well, hold on. Before we wrap it up,
Sure.
talk about football. Who's your pick? Based on 14 weeks in, who's your pick? Who's your team first? Let me ask you this. Who's your team first?
Well, 49ers, but I don't. I mean, you just told me Jimmy G's out, and I mean,
Yeah,
already
broken
Trey
foot.
Lance is out,
Yeah.
and we're going with I think it's Brett Purdy. I just don't. I mean, I can't see. I mean, I know they won today, but they already
Yeah.
had a
Well,
7.
they lost their boy. I think it's
Yeah,
over for the
I-
49ers. So who do you think?
I mean, you want to go with the guys that are leading the league. You want to go with like the Eagles and the
that'd be my
Bills,
pick.
right? But like it's rarely those guys. It's always the guys that show up in the postseason.
Just give
right?
me one right now for the record here for this week in
I
sports.
do actually think, as much as I just said that, I do think that the Eagles are one of those teams that will show up in
So you're gonna take my
in the
pick?
postseason. The Eagles, is that your pick?
Well, you already took it though.
Oh well, man. The
All right.
Eagles or the Bills. That's what
Fuck
I'll
you, man. You got to pick one.
Oh, weird. We're taking the top 2 teams in the league.
Pick one.
Bills, because I like Stephon.
Okay, I'll
Diggs.
take the Eagles then.
There you go.
All right, you have it here. You heard it here on This Week in Sports. And
Should we put some money on it or what?
what happens if neither of the teams win?
Then you owe me $10.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Nothing happens.
All right. But if the other one of the teams win,
Yeah.
we pay the other guy
Yeah.
$20. All right.
$20.
So you got the
I got Bills.
I got the Eagles.
All right.
To win the Super
There
Bowl.
it is. I love it.
I guarantee you'll be on the podcast before that happens too.
Cool. I'm in.
Yeah, so this was Taison Gelinas. Yeah, oh no, that's the Italian thing.
Gelinas.
What? Yeah, there you go. There you go. And I can't remember. I know I did, but I want to say it again and again. This is This Week in Sports History segment. I took a pass from Randy Gregg,
I have video of
5-time
it.
Stanley Cup champion,
I have video of it.
and he was doing drills that he did with Wayne Gretzky and Yeri Curry, and I took a pass from him. So that's This Week in Sports History. This has been This Week in Sports. I lost my voice doing voiceovers for this motherfucker, but it was so much fun, and I really, really like this. I'm in love with this man right here, right now. I might marry this fucking. Gotta cut that out now too, or no?
Oh my god.
It's all jokes. It's all jokes.
the
but-
career ruiner, huh?
It's over before it even started.
Right.
No, but much love to Taison here. My name is Josh Jacko. Shout out to my other producer who's sleeping
Napping.
for half the podcast. And yeah, much love to everyone. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And check you next time on This Week in Sports.